Welcome to Creative Connect. I am Shakila and today in this video we are going to learn all the 12 tenses in English in detail. So you'll also be learning about way to use these tenses in a statement. So let's get started. So the first one is simple past tense. So simple past tense is used when we talk about things that happened in the past or for some past habits. For example, puppy like going to bed early is a past habit of the dog. Similarly, Sibi played football. In this statement, it shows that the action was finished before the time of speaking. So the verbs in these sentences are like and play, and we write these verbs in the past tense, that is liked and played. So they are in their past tense. So this is how we frame sentences using simple past tense. So the pattern for framing such sentences is subject plus verb in its second form. So second form is nothing but the past tense of the verb. So the past tense of like is liked. Similarly, play is played, eat is ate, run is ran, etc. So we use the verb in a second form along with the subject to frame sentences in simple past tense. Now moving on to simple present tense. The simple present tense is used to describe unchanging situations or habits or general facts, etc. So the sun shines in the east. Here, this is a general fact and the verb here is shine. So we write this verb in its present tense, so shines. Similarly, Fazal polishes his shoes daily. Here, polish is the verb, and here we use the present tense because this shows a habitual action. So whenever we talk about general facts or habitual actions, we use simple present tense. And the general pattern to frame sentences using simple present tense is subject plus verb, and in some cases we use s or es along the verb. So where do we use s or es? With third person singular. For example, he, she, it, etc. We use s or es along with the verb. Here Fazal is third person singular, so we use es or s along with the verb. So Fazal polishes his shoes daily. So in case of third person singular subjects, we use s or es along with the verb. Then moving on to simple future tense. The simple future tense is used to talk about the things that haven't happened yet, and it expresses facts or certainty. So Dana will come to class tomorrow. So this shows that the action is going to take place in future. Similarly, Sarah will plant few saplings. Here this is also showing a certainty of something that is going to happen in the future. So these sentences show facts or certainty. So the general pattern to frame sentences using simple future tense is subject plus will or shall plus the verb in its first form. That is simply the verb. For example, Dana will come to class tomorrow. Here we add will along with the subject and then the verb is written in its first form. So come. Similarly, Sarah will plant few saplings. Here Sarah is the subject, will is for the future tense and plant is the verb here. So we use the verb in the first form. So Sarah will plant few saplings. So this statement is in a simple future tense. Then we have past continuous tense. So past continuous tense are used to describe actions that begin in the past and often continued for a short period of time after the action started. So whenever we have this word continuous, we are just going to add ing along with the verb. So this means that the action is taking place at the time of speaking. So Nidarshan and Shivani were playing. So they were playing, so they started playing and they were continuing for some time. So in such cases, we use past continuous tense. Similarly, Fury was drinking milk. So was drinking here shows the past continuous tense. So the sentence pattern for this is subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing. So was is used for I, he, she, it and singular subjects, whereas were is used for you, they, we and plural subjects. So here Nidarshan and Shivani, they are plural subjects, so we use were and we add ing along with the verb as this is in its continuous tense. Similarly, Fury was drinking milk. Here Fury is singular and for singular we use was. So Fury was drinking milk. Then moving on to present continuous tense. So present continuous tense can be used to describe an ongoing action of the present. So when actions taking place exactly at the time of speaking come under the category of present continuous tense. So I am playing the guitar and Santosh is riding his bicycle are actions taking place at the time of speaking. So the general pattern to frame sentences is subject plus is or am or are plus verb plus ing. So is used for he, she, it, am is used for I, And are is used for you, they, we and plural subjects. So here for I we use am. Similarly, Santosh here is singular, so we use is, and we add ing along with the verb as this is in its continuous tense. So I hope it's clear for you now. Now moving on to future continuous tense. So future continuous tense indicates that an action will occur in the future and will continue for some expected length of time. So we will be celebrating Christmas tomorrow. Here this shows that an action will take place in the future and will continue for some time. Similarly, they will be dancing in the party tomorrow. Here, this also shows a future action that will take place in the future for some time. So the general pattern to frame sentences using future continuous tense is subject plus will be or shall be plus verb plus ing. So this is the pattern to frame sentences using future continuous tense. Now moving on to the perfect tenses. So first we'll start with past perfect tense. So past perfect tense is used to indicate two past actions where one action gets completed before the other action gets started. So here we have two actions. We had already started the party and Selva arrived. So we have two actions. And when we have just one action taking place in the past, we use simple past tense. But when we have two actions taking place in the past, then we use past perfect tense. So it does not matter which event is mentioned first. The tense helps us to make clear which event takes place first. So the perfect tense shows that this is the first action. So we had already started the party. Here had shows that this is the first action, whereas the simple past tense, Selva arrived, is the second action. So the general pattern is subject plus had plus verb in its third form. So the third form is nothing but the perfect tense form. So eat, ate, eaten. So eaten is the third form. So the verb should be in the third form for perfect tenses. Now moving on to present perfect tense. So present perfect tense denotes an action that has just been completed but is still connected with the present. So words like never, just, yet, recently, lately, etc. are used to show the link between the past and the present. So here I have never seen the Taj Mahal. Here the word never shows the link between the past and the present. Similarly, Vidanya has posted all the letters recently. So here, recently shows the link between the past and the present. So the general pattern is subject plus has or have plus verb in its third form. So as I have already told, for perfect tenses, we have to use the verb in its third form. So has is used for he, she, it and singular subjects, whereas have is used for I, you, they, we and plural subjects. And then moving on to future perfect tense. The future perfect tense is used to indicate an action that will be completed at some point in the future. It generally shows two actions here. The action that seems before is in the future perfect tense, while the second action is in the simple present tense. So here we will have heard the story is the first action as this is in the perfect tense, whereas we reach there is in the simple present tense, so this is the second action. So with the tense, we find out which action takes place first and which takes place second. So the general pattern for this is subject plus will have or shall have plus verb in its third form. And then we have this past perfect continuous tense. So past perfect continuous tense is used to describe an ongoing action that started in the past and continued for some time in the past. So he had been playing tennis. This shows that the action started in the past and was taking place for some time in the past. So here the pattern for this statement is subject plus had been plus verb plus ing. So this is the general pattern to frame sentences using past perfect continuous tense. Then moving on to present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is used to show that something started in the past and is continuing at the present. So we have been preparing for my exams is an action that started in the past and is still being continued in the present. So the general pattern to frame such type of sentences is subject plus has been or have been plus verb plus ing. So has been is used for he, she and it or singular subjects, whereas have been is used for I, you, they and we. And finally, we have the future perfect continuous tense. So this is used to describe an ongoing action that will complete in the future. They will have been planning to come home is a future action that will continue in the future. So the pattern here will be subject plus will have been or shall have been plus verb plus ing. So this is the general pattern for future perfect continuous tense. So they will have been planning to come home shows an action that will take place in the future and will continue for some time in the future. So these are all the 12 tenses that you need to know in English. So you have learned way to use these tenses in a statement, and you've also learned the pattern of framing sentences using these tenses. So I hope you liked my video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon to keep yourselves updated with all my latest videos. Thanks for watching.